Hello YouTube, this is Kaito JR here, and I am here to do another review on chapter 85 of the Ajin demi-human manga entitled Information. And yes, that is pretty much what we get in this chapter, everybody. Just information about the whereabouts of Takahashi Himiko Tachibana, who was just recently confirmed to be a demi-human after Sato just crashed like that kamikaze attacking plane, that thing. It was one of the fighter jets from the Umura base that Sato just took and was just flying into buildings with those things all throughout Japan, mostly around Tokyo, I think. And Himiko Tachibana she just happens to be there, and she was revealed to be a demi-human by the public all around her, who were trying to look for any survivors, and he just found Himiko Tachibana. Yeah, of course, she's the one who passed the demi-human control bill. I think it was to help people to discover demi-humans a lot easier, to make sure they call the authorities when they see a demi-human and make sure. Yeah, it was just something like that. But I think for now that whole thing has been scrapped because they just found out the person who has created that whole system right there was a demi-human herself. So yeah, that was temporarily scrapped for the time being, just put aside for now. I don't know if it's going to be brought back in the whole demi-human control bill, if they will acknowledge it again, but for now it's just been just put aside for now. And also another thing, they have Sato as well inside of the van. It was said in the beginning of the chapter right here. Yeah, that they have Takahashi, who was pretty much probably captured by the anti-demi-human special task force, who were led by Colonel Koma, who I think they said Koma is now formally a colonel or whatever, formerly some sort of higher up in the military or whatever. I don't know. They just said he was former or something. A lot of characters have a lot of former right in their title. For example, the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. He is also a former Ministry of the Health, Labor and Welfare, because he was arrested because Tosaki, he revealed information that the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, we don't know his name, but that's this man. He has been making deals with other businesses around Japan to, I guess, use so they can use Tanaka for their experiments to test out these vests like they did with the Fort Security Building. They use they basically made a deal with the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare made a deal with Keiichi Kai, the president of the Fort Security Building from back then, to I guess so they can use Tanaka in order to test out these new vests or these new medicines or whatever, just new stuff that they did that they didn't know how it would react if they use it on an actual normal person. So they use it on Tanaka instead, and of course the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare earned money from these deals that they used with Tanaka. And currently right now they don't have Tanaka, they just have Takahashi, Himiko, Tachibana, and Sato. Of course, Sato was captured by the anti-demis, and it was probably brought to this van that we see at the beginning of the chapter here. Yes, you see Tanaka, he is still at large. We still don't know where Tanaka is, which is kind of insane, because we need to know where Tanaka is right now, because he's a very important character and he's still out there somewhere. Last time we saw him, he was about to shoot at Sato while Sato was driving on his motorcycle. And that's it. We don't see him after that. We just see where Izumi is. Actually, yeah, we haven't even seen Izumi all that much too after that, because we saw her last where we saw her reactions to the fall of Sato, basically, where Kei just ran into Sato, smacked him into the water from a very great height off this this partially built bridge, I presume. And then we saw Izumi's reactions of Kei just dragging Sato out of the water, his unconscious body out of there, and then that's it. We don't see Izumi ever since then. Hopefully we get to see her once again, hopefully, as well as the other. Yeah, we don't see any of our characters in this chapter at all. We just see some news people that we've been seeing throughout the manga. And yeah, I guess some new faces maybe from the news people. Yeah, of course we see Himiko Tachibana on the news. We see her picture there. We pretty much see Tosaki in his picture. We don't see Tosaki himself. We haven't seen him for quite a while. It was just pretty disappointing. Hopefully we can get to see the current status of Tosaki, Tosaki, so we can know where he's at right now, because it hasn't even been confirmed there if Tosaki is even dead or not, which is kind of why not just reveal that Tosaki is deceased? Just say something, but they didn't. They just they just talk with him about like, yeah, Tosaki, he gave his like he gave some sort of like allegation, like some sort of claim that he was making about the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, about like they've been using like Ajins very like cruelly, illegally behind the scenes without the public even knowing. They've been lying to the public like this entire time. And because of this, like I just said, the minister of Health, Labor and Welfare has been arrested, and Tasaki is currently like, well, to the readers, his whereabouts are currently unknown because we just don't know where he is. They don't like, they don't reveal it at all. I don't know, they don't reveal it at all, and we don't know where Tasaki is right now. We just last see Tasaki like sitting on this bench. We see blood just dripping out of him for some reason. I mean, I don't think he was like injured at all, so I don't know what that whole blood thing was all about. But we don't see him ever since then. We just see like, yeah. I mean, he successfully got the Minister of Health, Labor and Welfare arrested, and I guess the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare as a whole just like shut down for now because of what they just found out about the whole like them using demi-humans behind the scenes, like them using, well, yeah, Tanaka behind the scenes in a very cruel and in a just like brutal manner. Yeah, like they're still trying to look for Koji Tanaka. I guess this time to actually treat him kindly and protect him, not just. But I mean, like the thing is, Tanaka kind of doesn't want to be protected, and yeah, the Japanese government are going to have to realize that yeah, these Ajins, they're still normal people themselves. They still want their own freedom, and not just be kept like just in the government just because their identity as an Ajin has just been revealed, and that everyone just needs to, oh wait, he's an Ajin, we need to like keep him like within the government control and just just do things with him and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, they need to realize this, that yeah, all the Ajins, they just want to be their own people, and they don't want to be under government control just because of like they're just different from like the majority of the people around them. Like yeah, they need to be respected and just left alone. But I don't know if they're going to realize this or not, because I mean, before this they didn't even have actual laws for demi-humans at all. They just saw demi-humans as these like this different species of like this animal life that could like die and to just come back. They have this paralysis scream. They can also manifest this like invisible black men or whatever that like of course the humans cannot see with their own eyes, which they don't understand mostly. I mean, if they were told about like the invisible black matter or the invisible black man or whatever, yeah, of course they would just look at the person like they're crazy or something, like because no humans can see these things at all. Only Ajins can see them because like they have like different like invisible black particles within like inside of themselves, which also goes into their eyes. Like it's just some sort of like demi-human anatomy thing like that's like really complicated. I think I made a video about it. I'll go check that out after in the Ajin discussion video playlist I have in my channel. I think I delved a little bit on that matter, but yeah, I mean, of course, an Ajin's anatomy is slightly different than the humans, mostly because like Ajins, they have like tons of invisible black particles inside of their body, which of course, if you dissect them, you won't even be able to see it because you're human and you can't see like invisible black particles. They are invisible to our eyes. So yes, that's a whole problem there with that. And let's see. Also, another thing that I had to mention in this chapter is that Sokabe. Yeah, y'all remember Sokabe? Well, it's been revealed here that they found his corpse inside of the Iruma City Gymnasium, where Tosaki and Sokabe got into this little scuffle with each other. And yeah, they just found his corpse there, and they don't really say much about it afterwards at all. I mean, I guess like Sokabe is not really an important character at all. I mean, not anymore, since we haven't even seen most of him at all. Most because yeah, he's been dead, and Tosaki is probably dead as well, which is like really strange. Like I don't like the fact that Tosaki is dead. I hope he does. I hope he like, is revealed to be still alive. And yeah, I mean, Sokabe can be dead. I mean, I never really found like that character very interesting that much. I mean, Tosaki is a lot more interesting as a character to me than Sokabe is, so it's fine for me if they kill off Sokabe, but which yeah, Sokabe has been dead for quite a while. I was aware of that, yeah, of course. But now the whole public of Japan is now aware that Sokabe is dead, which I don't even think he was that even famous of a person. They just said that yeah, this man just was found dead inside of the Iruma City Gymnasium or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Tosaki, I think he's a little bit more important because he is like the top dog of all Ajin stuff within the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. And he's also in charge of other stuff as well, like, health stuff, like I guess medicine to I guess just catalog all that stuff. Yeah, he's in charge of other stuff within the Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare that we briefly saw, but we mostly just saw him just dealing with the whole demi-human stuff, like that, kind of the whole field there for the most part, which is why he got Izumi to help him with that, because he can't see demi-humans, however Izumi can. So that's her role there with that. Let's see, and anything else? Yeah, and also it was also said here that Sato is dead. Yeah, that's kind of strange because obviously he's a demi-human. However, it was said by this newsman or whatever that, yeah, he said, like, we have just received a report of the death of the demi-human known as Sato. He stated that a prison guard discovered his body early this morning inside of the facility where he was being held. Yeah, I have kind of a problem with that. Like, he just randomly died from, like, what, natural causes? Like, he just died. I mean, I know demi-humans can die from death. I mean, that is confirmed. Yeah, they can die from old age. And Sato is an old man, so was he just like, wait, how long was he even placed there? Is this like some sort of time skip or something like that? I mean, where is Kei? Where are all of our characters? Like, where's Kaito? We still haven't got anything from Kaito yet, so where is he? Like, is this a sort of time skip or whatever? We like 4 years into the future, like Sato got older. He was kept inside this facility that was, I guess he was brought there by the anti-demis first into this van, and then he was brought to this facility along with, like, I guess Takahashi and Himiko Tachibana. Yet I don't know, it's really confusing stuff here. I mean, yeah, Sato, it was revealed in this chapter that he is dead right now. Like, what's going on here? Like, why is Sato dead? Like, of course, like, the only way he can have died is from old age. And yes, Sato is an old man, but I just don't understand, like why are they doing this with Sato, with his character? They just, like, killed him off? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I mean, they don't even, like, delve right into this all that much. I mean, for some reason, they just, like, transitioned this all the way to some, like, they just talk about a polar bear that really, I don't really care about. I'm more interested in Sato. And then, like, they just, like I just said, like, transition to this polar bear. I guess they were just like, okay, now let's just talk about this polar bear who we are giving some votes on what we should name it in this zoo from Japan somewhere. I don't know, maybe some other country. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to reading that part because I wasn't interested in that part at all. I was more interested in finding out, like, why is Sato dead? They just said, like, yeah, from natural causes. And also, okay, like, I'll just read this part. Some experts hold the view that demi-humans dying of natural causes is indeed fact, but would be the first time anywhere in the world that, yeah, I guess he just stopped talking after that because they just have to talk more about this polar bear that, like I just said, I'm not really interested in at all. This whole point of this, thing right here. I don't know that this chapter. I don't know. I just don't like it. I also don't like the fact that Sato is apparently deceased, which, yeah, doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what's going on. If there was some sort of time skip, I don't know why Sato just randomly dead right now. I did not expect this at all. I really didn't. Like, Sato is just gone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there with that, but it really makes no sense. I'm really disappointed. I really hope that they kind of, just delve right into more of Sato. They can use more of the panels that they wasted on some, like, animal polar bear thing on, like, why is Sato, like, dead. Like, just, I guess, show, like, at least, like, one picture, one panel of Sato, like, dead on the floor or whatever, or dead in his casket that he was kept in by the anti-demis, like, last chapter, I presume. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of disappointing why we didn't get more of that. See, but yeah, I mean, and also it was revealed by the materials that was left behind by Yu Tosaki that, okay, see, the demi-human known as Kei Nagai assisted in the whole Sato being arrested thing, or Sato being captured by the demi-humans, by the anti-demis. Yeah, them. Yeah, of course, I don't even think they're probably still gonna go after Kei Nagai. Same thing with, like, Koji Tanaka. They're gonna go after every single demi-human except for Izumi, Shimamura, and Ko Nakano, because they don't know about them. They don't know if they're demi-humans or not somehow. So yeah, they're probably gonna still go after Kei, since he's the third, publicly discovered Ajin in Japan, and Tanaka is the second one. But yeah, they're still, that's a whole like process thing they have to, like, go through and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what's going on there. I don't know. Also, the Diet building. Yes, the Diet building that has been destroyed by like Sato when he like drove his his fighter jet airplane that he got from the Iruma base. Yeah, that whole Diet building is now being repaired, now being reconstructed. Yeah, because like I just said, it was destroyed, and now that is like one of the most important buildings in all of Japan because that is the building where they decide on who's going to be the next prime minister. Which they did kind of decided, but I think he kind of died immediately because yeah, he was inside of the Diet building while they were just trying to, I guess, you know, like choose on who should be the next prime minister. And yeah, then of course like Sato drove his fighter jet plane inside of the Diet building, killed almost every single person inside of that entire building. Not almost, like everyone in there just died instantly. And now they're gonna have to like choose like new like I guess new people to be like I guess representatives within the Diet building because a lot of them have died. A lot of military leaders and there have died, which is really tragic, obviously. And yeah, of course, right now that place is being reconstructed as quickly as possible because, like I just said, that's the most important building in all of Japan. So yeah, they need to just rebuild all that. Definitely, but hopefully it gets rebuilt quickly and we can get things back. Hopefully, yeah. So in Japan can just function just like how it did before. If course, like without the Diet building, they can't choose a prime minister, and that's not a good thing at all. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's all I just need to cover in this chapter, everybody. So yeah, just comment down in the comment section below if anything you want to say. Do you think it's ridiculous that Sato is dead? Because I kind of think it is. But yeah, just comment down. Let me know your thoughts about that and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's it for the video, everybody. Thanks for watching, and bye.